Alright, so this might be a little bit confusing at first, but as you can see, this is a recording from my final table win last night in the 30K guaranteed on Bovada. And this is not me talking right now in the upper left hand corner. That is me talking yesterday while I'm playing, but I am half Polish and half Italian. The Italian half of me won this tournament and took it down. The Polish half of me, while winning the tournament and taking it down, had my microphone muted. So the whole time I'm talking here, you don't hear any of my commentary, any of my thoughts, any of the thought processes that goes in my hand. And even though the beginning is quite slow and not fast-paced moving, we do get in a lot of interesting spots. Right here, I'm just kind of going over the prize pool, showing what the final payouts were. Ninth place and first place from 400 to 6,000. And I'm saying how unlucky it is. I'm the second chip leader at the table. Only one guy has me covered. Unfortunately, it's the worst seat. He's directly to my left, that guy that has me covered. So that really hampers our playability here, because anytime we do anything, we always got the chip leader acting directly after us, except for the very few times where we are the button and he's a small blind, where we get to act second. But usually it is the other way around. So I have the worst seat at the table, and it really hampers my playstyle. And that's pretty much all I'm saying here in the beginning. Nothing too interesting happens here at the beginning. I'm going to keep both things uploaded. So if you want to watch the whole thing slow pace and kind of just see how the tournament plays out and don't worry about the commentary, that's fine. But I'm just going to kind of skip to the hands that I know that are pretty decent, or the spots that I know I really want to talk about. There's a few for sure. There's honestly, the first 40 minutes of this tournament probably isn't very exciting. It's kind of slow paced. There are a couple spots that we're going to hit, but we're going to skip here a little bit and just kind of see all these different spots that are coming up. Like here, like this is the exact situation against this crazy player. I'm pretty sure it folds to me here. And King 7 suited against him. I don't remember what I did. Did I raise fold? I think I just fold here because same thing. Pretty much exactly what I said yesterday is, what's the point in raising? Like, he's, we're not folding out any of his range ever, really, unless he has 7 deuce or something terrible. But he has all the chips at the table. He knows he has all the chips at the table, and that's exactly how he's playing. And I was lucky enough to play with this guy before we got moved to the final table. He was at my table before the final table, so I saw all this. So I kind of knew that he was not only the chip leader, but very aggressive with the chip lead, like this. Guy open shoves, he reshoves. Like, I don't remember what he has here. Let's wait and see. It's hilarious how in one day I kind of forget all this crap already. Ace queen versus ace queen, obviously completely standard there, no big deal. We'll skip on over here. So this is here. We'll go back a second. So this is my first speculative spot here. We get dealt queen 10 in the cutoff. It's gonna fold around to us, and we're gonna open. And this is my exact point. This is the first hand I open up here at the final table. Queen 10 suited in the cutoff. I make it 2.2 the big blind. And let's see what big chip stack does. Guess what? He's going to raise us. And that's just it. It completely makes our hands unplayable here, because what are we calling with? We're going to call and leave ourselves, with what? 2 times the pot size left in our stack, and not even. We call here, the pot's going to be like 160,000. If we miss this flop, are we going to shove bluff? I mean, we're playing second. We're playing second to him, so we're just going to continue to play tight. Hopefully, accumulate chips with some premium hands and wait to fight back at him when the time is right. But we really don't find a right time here for a while. Another complete standard all in. I'm pretty sure the short stack wins this. 8 on the river. No, is this the first guy? Oh, the short stack did win it. Okay, yeah, so that was it. It took us a while to lose our first person, but then as we started to lose them, it kind of started to happen a little bit quicker then. And you can see me obviously talking up here in the left-hand corner. I talked throughout this whole tournament, and a lot of just commenting on the table, how I thought people were playing and how I'm playing and what my strategy was. And like I'm saying right now, my strategy was just to kind of take it slow, let this big stack do as much damage as you can, and I pick my spots. I feel like I'm really good at picking spots to get it in with. Tournament poker has always been the poker that I've excelled at the most. And don't get me wrong, as you're going to see if we watch this, I definitely got lucky in a couple spots to win. But to win any tournament, you need to do that. I mean, you need to get your money in good and then run good when you do. And then when you get your money in flip situations, you got to run good. And there was one situation where we got our money in a little bit worse than a flip situation, but we'll see that coming up. Let's skip a little bit here. Oh, I'm just watching the hand previous. Same thing. Open shove 66k. We're folding. This is not where we lose our first player either. See, I'm just watching back here and trying to see what the hell's going on with the hand before. You know, because sometimes when you're streaming and talking, you you lose concentration of what's going on at the table, and so you got to kind of pay attention and come back to it. That's why it's nice to have the function to go back and watch it again. Same thing. No one gets really busted out here in the beginning. Pretty much everyone who got it in is a short stack, doubled up right away. This guy was like doubling up everyone, but then taking down all the blinds and just kind of refilling himself up. Let's keep skipping a bit here. Oh, look at that. I made the screen bigger for us. Nice. Way to go, Devo. Looking at the payouts again. I don't know why. I'm so infatuated with it. Like, oh, 6K. That'll be my biggest score ever. Actually, I think I did get higher once on Poker Stars in a 6max tournament way back in the day. I think I won 8,800, something like that, close to 10K. Same thing, nothing here. Ace 9. So this is okay. So this is, I'm gonna pause this here because this was the exact situation that I was trying to talk about yesterday. Where, okay, here we go. We have Ace 9 suited with 20 big blinds. But look at my current position here. I'm currently in 3rd out of 9th place. So I got 20 big blinds. And look at all these short stacks. Not only do I got the chip leader to my left, I then have 1, 2, 3 semi-short, 2 really short stacks, 8 big blinds, and then one guy with 15 big blinds. So what am I really hoping to accomplish here by Ace 9? Am I shoving and just praying for folds? I mean, yeah, sure, you can do that. But why? I'm in 3rd place. This is all about, moving up the pay ladder and being smart. If I have Ace Queen, Ace King here, boom, no questions asked. Easy shove. Pocket 10s are better. Same thing. Easy shove. Even 9s I'm probably shoving there. 8s and 7s, maybe, probably not. But what am I hoping to accomplish here if I just open? If I raise to 22.5 or 25K, or even min raise to 20,000, if this guy's, chances are, is he going to 3-bet 100% of his like calling range? Yeah. If any hand this guy's going to be playing right now, he's going to be shoving. Any hand that he would be putting chips in voluntarily, he's just shoving it and getting it in. He's saying, shorties, come gamble with me. You guys are all afraid of pay jumps. I can double up 2 people at this table and still be good. So I'm pretty sure I like to fold here. We're going to watch this play through, obviously, but it's just the same thing. Like, let's see the situation that happens and why I feel like folding here is the best spot. Sometimes people try to make it, especially at final tables where they make mistakes, is where they try to force the action and make things happen that, you shouldn't. Just let the game come to you sometimes. All right, let's see what happens here. I know I'm going to fold. I'm positive I fold here. I'm talking about it now like, oh, what a tough spot. Here I am again. You can see my double cross here going, this fucking guy right here on my left. If that guy's on my right, it completely changes everything. But, yeah, same. I'm doing the same exact talk I did yesterday. Alright, wow, I guess I should just play this through. I fold. Let's see what Sheedy McGee does. Pretty sure he shoves or he raises. Pretty sure he just shoves. Yeah, he essentially shoved. He raises to 160k, and that covers everyone. And let's see what happens. I think this guy folds. I think he ends up folding. So then here's the question. If I shove, is he calling? I mean, if he just was willing to put 160k in here, why wouldn't he have been willing to call 210,000? I mean, there's always the adage, well, it's different from when you're shoving to then when you're calling, and I agree with that. But honestly, I don't know if that process is in this guy's brain just by the whole way the final table played out. That's for sure. I think this guy, I just want to see what this guy does. I'm pretty sure he folds because I don't think we lost our first guy 13 minutes into the final table. Yeah, he folds. Alright, let's see what we can get dealt next before we start skipping some more. I really want to get into a hand that I talked about yesterday, and today now you guys are probably going to say I'm lying because I'm doing this re-recording, so it's so easy to say after the fact. But I promise you what I'm going to tell you when it happens is exactly what I said yesterday. I called it perfectly. Let's see what we're doing here. I think he calls and doubles him up again. I'm pretty sure. I don't think we lost our first guy here for a while. 14 minutes into the final table. Ooh, excuse me. Come on, guys. Alright, he called ace 9 versus ace queen. He wins. It's a 9. Bust this guy. We lose our first person. Tourney's on a 5-minute break. Oh yeah, that's right. We ended up hitting a 5-minute break pretty early. I ended up playing Hearthstone here, so we can skip through that. Like, oh, let's just play some Hearthstone. Don't mind us. We're only at a final table trying to win 6K. And then the game starts back up again, so I just exit out of Hearthstone game. I said, you know what, Warrior, you win this game. We're going back to poker. Same thing, King 4, we're folding. It's the same thing, Mr. Bully here, and that's fine. You know, like, put it this way, him being on my left made the final table annoying because it hamstrung me. But you could partially say it worked out okay because it hamstrung me. The game was very easy to play because of him on my left. Like I might have gotten it fancier if he was to my right and he folded sometimes, and it may have got me in trouble. So it ended up working out. I still did not like my seat. I still feel like I had the worst seat at the table, obviously. But it all worked out. Spoiler alert, I win. Alright. Let's look how long some of these hands take. 6-8 in the big blind. He shoves. We're folding here 100%. Can't call 25% of our stack here with 8 high. Maybe 8-9 suited, would I do it? I don't know. I probably not. I mean, there's no point here because even though, that's still 40 or 25% of my stack, like, look at that. I'm still third out of 8th with 185K. Like, it's all about climbing that ladder in this situation. Same thing. We're in the same situation here. Fold it. What am I raising with here? Why? Why am I raising here? Queen Jack suited? Okay. Now talk to me, but there's no reason to raise there with that crap. Nope, this is not it either. Alright, let's watch this hand. A6 suited. We fold. This guy open shoves under the gun for less than 8 big blinds. He over shoves over the top. 7s is ace queen. 7s are going to hold here, I'm pretty sure. Yep, and we lost our second player. And this guy continues to knock everyone out and continues to acquire chips, which I'm actually okay with. And that's kind of what I'm saying the whole time. I hope this guy knocks everyone out and I'm able to pick some spots and double up and be able to play him heads up. And that's essentially what happens. But he doesn't knock everyone out. I end up knocking out the last few people, I'm pretty sure, the last couple. Oh, here's the speculative hand. Okay. Here we go. As you guys can see, I have ace-10 offsuit under the gun. We're playing 7-handed. Now, I wouldn't say this is a premium, but this is a pretty damn strong starting hand, 7-handed, even under the gun. And I felt like at this spot, look at that. I'm raising under the gun to 25K, and now that's making the pot 51,000. So I'm essentially risking 25,000 to win 25,000 if everyone folds to me. And if one of these shorties were to shove, like my plan was to call a shove from 5-1-2 up here in the upper left. I would probably call a shove from the big blind, maybe the small blind, these guys, because it's easier for these guys to be shoving wider because they already have chips invested. If everyone folds them, they really don't have to worry about anyone behind them to act except for me. So that kind of made my situation here like I felt really good raising here. But then we're going to see what happens when this hand plays out. I'll pause it when it gets to the point where I'm saying next, because this is the hand that I called perfectly yesterday. I called it perfectly. And now you guys are probably going to call me a liar, but we'll see. So they end up, okay, this is when I get my, okay, so there we go. My driver updated started. I'm pretty sure that happened yesterday. I don't think that's happening right now. But as you can see, this flop, we still have ace high, ace 10 with a gut shot straight draw. They're both going to check to me here. And what I'm essentially saying is this flop hits both their ranges way harder than it hits mine. So when I'm raising under the gun here, ace 10 is actually probably the worst hand that most people are going to put me on. Most people are going to think ace jack, ace queen, ace king, pocket pairs. But this flop, 6, 7, 9 with 2 spades, it's just such a flop that hits a small blind, big blind call like that. Like, this is the perfect flop for them, and this is exactly what I'm saying. So you're going to see what I do here. I'm not going to continuation bet, and most people will always continuation bet in these kind of situations, and it's a huge leak, and people make huge mistakes when they see bet and then flop like this. Because I call it perfectly. You're gonna see me in the corner. Here I am. I'm like, oh fuck, look at this flop, and this is what I'm saying. I'm saying if they check to me, I'm checking it back because this flop smacks their range. It smacks both them right in the face. I don't know if I was that confident yesterday, but I was saying it smacks their range. This smacks their range way more than it smacks mine. So what's the point of c-betting here? Like, what am I accomplishing by c-betting? If they shove, I have to fold. All right, perfect. We turn nothing. We still have nothing. Now let's see what's going to happen here. So if I c-bet there, let's see what's happening. Let's pause this a second before it gets back done. So this guy bets half the pot, 40K. He instantly shoves. I didn't even have time to pause it until this guy snapped shove. And now I am patting myself on the back for checking my ace-10 through, because it's pretty damn obvious. At the very least, this big blind got smacked in the face by the board. And I think, oh, I remember what they have now. And put it this way, the money would have gone in on the flop, all of them, if I would have continuation bet on the flop. So we're going to watch a small blind call here, and look at this. Pocket 7s versus 10-8. Oh, hi, big blind flopped the nut straight, and small blind flopped, middle set. And here I am sitting in my ace-10. And this was a huge turning point in the tournament, and it was a huge point in the tournament by me not continuation betting. Because there was $83,000 in the pot, 83,000 chips in the pot, and if I would have c-betted, could I have done a half pot c-bet, 40K? Yeah, probably. That's probably what I'd done, 40, 45,000. Because there's no difference there between c-betting 40,000 and 55,000. They're either going to shove or they're going to fold. With our stack sizes, no one's just calling that. So I would have definitely c-bet on the smaller end. But even then, what's that leaving me with? 105,000 chips, 110,000 chips, and the blinds are 6,000, 12,000. It's crippling me. It's giving me less than 10 big blinds, which now I'm still pretty low, but you save yourself those big blinds, and it's going to come out in the end to help out. And 10-8 big blind wins with the flop straight. And here I am going, look at how good I am. I fucking called it perfectly. That's exactly what I'm saying now. Look at Devo, you're so smart. You're so smart. This is really weird, like, commenting on it from yesterday, today, watching myself comment from last night. I'm just, like, so proud of myself right now in the stream. You can see. It's pretty funny. But, alright, let's skip through this. Let's see where our next situation is here. 7-6 the small blind, we're folding. Queen 3 in the button, folding. We're not getting fancy here. Let's see these jack-ones. He bet. Here he raised, he shoved, he fold. Ace deuce. Okay, so here's the first hand I believe that I shoved. So now, see, here we go. We're 10 big blinds, and now in the cutoff. Okay, I know I still got crazy to my left, but I'm pretty confident here to shove with 10 big blinds. Confident. Now, I'm not going to say I'm confident in my hand. I'm confident in the point that my ace high is the best hand here 4 ways a lot of the time when it gets folded to me. And you can't fold your way into winning this tournament. And I play to win. That doesn't mean I just play stupid and try to shove on nothing. But my ace high here is good a lot of the time, even if I get called. I can get called here from the button by this crazy guy with king jack, king 10, 9-10 suited. There's just so many hands I get called by. Yes, I could be dominated if I call. Any ace dominates me, but he can still call with worse. And same thing with these guys. They're not going to be calling me with crap, because we're all trying to climb the same ladder. We got this guy over here, short chippies with 48K. These guys aren't going to risk themselves here with with a less than good hand. The only guy I was worried about was him, as far as calling me with a less than premium hand. If one of these guys had ace queen, ace king, obviously it's getting in, there's nothing you can do about it. Boom, happy to get that. Look at that. We shoved it all in. We got ourselves right back to where we were when we started that hand that we raised to 25K. So we're back up to 157,000. See, it's all about picking your spots as best as you can. Now, it doesn't mean that you're going to win, because, someone could easily have woken up with a hand there, and my tournament could have been over right there in 7th place, and that would have been really tilting. That would have been like $800. Jack 9 versus 6-7 suited. Ooh, look at that. 2 pair. This guy came back from the death. 108K. And this is it. Like, it's hard to bust people in this tournament. We're 30 minutes into it, and we've only lost 2 people. We're halfway through this thing, and we've only lost 2 people. So that just goes to show, like, once towards the end, people get knocked out fast and furiously. Alright, we're going to go to the next hand. Ace-Jack under the gun. I shoved this. There's pretty much no other thing I can do. I'm pretty sure I shoved it. Do I not? Oh, I guess I don't. Alright, let's see what happens here. And now I'm forgetting. Does this just get through? I think everyone folds here. Oh, yeah, you're right. I didn't shove it because I had 150K. Same thing as before. 25,000. A min raise is essentially going to do the same thing for me. Once this... Here, let's talk about this here. The reason why I didn't shove this was because actually this was a hand I was more than happy to get in with here with the guy to my left. So my reasoning is either the 25K could get through, which it does. This guy ends up folding. But if I raise the 25K here and this guy gets crazy and 3-bets me, I'm more than happy to shove and get it all in versus him. That's kind of what I was waiting for this whole time, was to get in against him when I'm pretty confident I have the best hand. That doesn't mean he can't have a better hand, but the way he was playing, the hands he was getting it in with, the hands that we were seeing, I'm super happy to get it in with ace jack versus this guy when I have 10 big blinds. Super, super happy. But he folded, obviously. Oh, this guy calls. Oh, I flopped a double gutter. So a king and a 9. That's right. I remember this hand now. So he checks. I continuation bet, of course. I have a good hand. I'm more than happy to get it all in here if he happens to shove and call or whatever. You know, obviously he could have a queen, he could have a 10. But I could be drawing to an ace, a king, a 9. My jack could be good if he has like ace 10. So there's a lot of hands there that I was happy to get it in against. And look at that. We would have hit our double gutter on the turn. So we're starting to chip up a little bit here. Still 4th out of 7th. Let's see what happens here. He raises. I'm pretty sure the button calls on this, and I end up folding because I'm like, oh, what should I do? Because I'm getting priced in to call now. I'm pretty sure I fold this. He calls, I fold. And this is the thing, like, there's just no reason to like bleed out more chips. Okay, I call another 18,000, 16,000, 17,000, whatever it was, to see this flop. Great. Why are we letting money on fire? I understand the pot odds and all that people want to talk about all the time. And don't get me wrong, there's a time for that. But right now, you're pretty much playing push or fold poker, you know? And I just wanted to keep as many chips as I could for when those situations happened. Alright, king 6. All in ace 9 versus king deuce. This guy doubles up again. Here I am, throwing my hands in the air. They keep doubling up the shorties. We fold in this hand. We're going to skip through this. I think we got a little while before any interesting hands happen. Deuce 6, we're folding. 6, 7 suited. Unfortunately, we're folding. We got 10 big blinds. We're not open shoving that. Well, let's see what happens here. He opens. This guy 3-bet shoves. He folds. This is when I start realizing, oh, this guy's starting to fold a little bit more. That's interesting. Before he wasn't doing that too much. Ace deuce under the gun, snap fold. There's just too much stuff that can happen behind me. Under the gun, I hate it. You got the whole table act behind me, and I'm never opening up that under the gun there unless I have like 5 big blinds. I'll open shove like 5 or 6 big blinds there. But 10 big blinds, I'm not open shoving an ace under the gun. Why? What's the point? Because if you go down to 6 or 7 big blinds, but you double up on one of those hands by getting in with a better hand than ace deuce, and you double up with it, you're better off than where you were when you shoved under the gun. You know, it's kind of like the Phil Hellmuth strategy for that, where, you know, he doesn't live by the notion where he's got to shove 10 big blinds or less always. I don't like limp calling there or min raising there. I'm just folding, but, you know, some people play, oh, you have to shove when you have less than 10 blinds when you get an ace. Nah. I don't believe that. You can find a better spot. We check here. We're not raising it. Let's see what happens. I'm pretty sure we check fold. I think we check, and then I think he bets a turn and we fold a turn. Oh no, I fold here. Yeah, okay. I fold here. He shows me a 9. Same thing. I'm drawing to a 7. You know, what do I have? I don't think he has an ace because he should be raising preflop if he has an ace. But what does he have here to where I'm going to be calling? Am I shoving? I can't shove. He's not going to. It's very obvious I don't have an ace. I would have raised preflop if I had an ace. So there's no reason to shove there. He shows me a 9. Okay, sir, you have the best hand. We knew that. Turns a 6. We never didn't hit it. Alright, 10-4. Nothing happens here. Oh, let's see. This Jagloon calls. No. Do 6 fold. Do 6. 10 jack. See, same thing. 10 jack offsuit. You know, in the cutoff. But what are we happy to get in here with? Yes, we have less than 10 big blinds. Are we happy to get in all in here with 10 jack? I'm like, hey, maybe I should min raise fold. No, just fold it, Devo. You know better than that. And it worked out good here because I actually think these guys got all in this hand. Let's see. Does he shove? I thought they got it all in this hand. And I actually think my 10 would have won. I think my 10 jack would have ended up winning. Oh no, pocket aces. Yeah, see, here I am. I'm just so proud of myself. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, that's what happened. I would have hit my straight, but it didn't matter. This guy hit the nut flush, obviously. I'm like so proud of myself. I'm like, look at that. What did I tell you? 10 jack, you shit. Timing is everything in poker, guys. Timing is everything. Alright. Another obvious fold spot. We're starting to get to the action now. We're 40 minutes into the final table. It literally lasts 59 minutes and 39 seconds. So we're starting to get to where the action's gonna happen. Pretty sure we just fold this too. Like, look at this, 107,000, 71,000, 375. Like, it's just we're all so low besides this guy. And we actually play us four here for a while. I'm pretty sure us four go for a while. This is my first hand where I shove here. So we're gonna see. I'm more than happy to shove a king high small blind versus big blind on this guy who's got tons of chips. He's super capable of calling me super wide here. Ace deuce, ace three, ace four, ace five. You know, any king, low king, any suited connector, any low pocket pairs. This guy he can call me with any of his range here. I have less than 10 big blinds. He should be calling me with any of his range here. And that is actually why I'm more than happy to shove here, because I'm ahead of a lot of stuff he calls with when I shove my king eight. I know it doesn't always seem that way, but I really am. And we're going to shove here. He's going to snap us off, and we're going to say, let's run good, please. He's at ace 10, so we actually go to the top of his range. Oh, look at that. We just flop trips. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing. No queen on the river, and we survive. Boom. No queen. Double up. It works out to run good in these final table spots. But, I mean, it's like a 60-40. It's not really a big deal. You got to win those to win these. Look at that, 16k and he folds. He gives him. I mean, unless he had a hand like that, I just had deuce four. I actually am very saying like, hey, you should be shoving there too against that guy with anything. But he must have just had a completely awful hand. And sometimes when people just lose one hand, they double up one guy. They don't want to double up people back to back, so it's just easier for them to fold. It's like a mental thing. Let's see what this next hand is before we start skipping. I'm pretty sure we get hit with some hands here in a minute. No. Same thing. We're folding. We're not playing this crap. Get out of here. Queen 6 on my button. We're folding here. Not getting crazy. No reason to get crazy. Let crazy guy get crazy. Let crazy dude get crazy. What do we want to get crazy for? This is like a hyper turbo almost at this point. We're hoping that he gets crazy with everyone else besides us. He ends up calling with king queen and ends up winning and doubling up. That was actually, I remember that hand. That was a good call. I actually think I would have snapped it off. I would have got it in with king queen there versus him so quickly. He had 5-4. So that's another thing. We see him shoving a 5-4. You know, gets called by king queen, doubles him up. And we're going to fold this two here. What do we want to do? I was praying for a walk. We didn't get it. Obviously, I'm disappointed. But what are we doing there with 6 high? You ain't doing nothing. I think this might be. I think he fold. Do I shove again here? No, I don't think. I think he raises. Oh, I think I actually just fold this. I feel like. Yeah, okay, that worked out. I think I was talking about how that would have been a tough spot to fold it or call. What am I doing here? Why is my chair shaking? Chair shaking. It looks like I'm fapping. Awkward. Oh, nothing happens here. He folds because he didn't get busted then. All right. So this is our hand here. Next hand, we're shoving this. Obviously, less than 10 big blinds. We have like 8 big blinds. Ace 10 versus king 7. Now we're on the opposite side where he has the king. We have the ace, and yet again we run good. We dodge everything we have to. As you can see, I am super excited in the upper left-hand corner. Yay! We're so good at poker. We can win flips. We can win 60-40s and 40-60s. And here's our 8's hand. We're more than happy to shove this here. He three times opens under the gun. We're shoving this all day. It doesn't matter. Pocket pair, 8s especially, the strong four-handed. Get the chippies in the middle, and whatever happens, happens. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing. And I just had to do a mic check again, make sure my mic wasn't muted. God, well, I can't believe I did that yesterday. It's so tilting. But this may end up being better because you guys are kind of get the gist of the tournament in a quicker fashion. I never recorded a record before. And I'm completely naked right now, too, which is hilarious because I have no webcam on. Yesterday I had to get dressed for the final table, and right now I don't. 10 jack. Snap fold. Why are we trying to get fancy there? That guy doubled up again. No one could get busted here. 8-3, we're folding, all in. 8-4 versus ace 10, and the 8-4 gets it, and we're happy. Let this guy not. Oh no, never mind. He doesn't get it. Look at that. I forgot. This guy ends up getting busted by a hand like that, though. I'm pretty sure. So yep. Now look at that. We're all. That's what I'm saying. We're all close in chips. We're all in the 300K. And if this guy doubles up one of us, then all of a sudden he's no longer a chip leader. And that's kind of what happens here. That's actually exactly what happens. I'm pretty sure it's me that he doubles up next. And that's what gets these chips going. Not this hand, obviously. Let's skip. Not this hand. Ace 4. Are we shoving this? I don't remember this. I don't think this is where I shove. I think I fold here. Oh. Oh my god, you're confusing me. I fold this. Because he didn't open shove. He like did a little min racing, so it's like, you know, I just really did really a speculative spot. We had plenty of chips now. We doubled up. We're over 10 big blinds. Oh, this is the hand here. All right, so this is the hand I'm talking about. This is where I shove. You know, so it folds to me, and you're gonna see that I'm gonna shove here. And my reasoning for shoving here is because what's happening if I raise? If I make it 55K or 60K and he shoves over me, am I ever folding here against him? We've already proven that he's capable of shoving super light. He's capable of calling super light. So I feel like the best move here, especially with our chip stacks now, is not to bet. I don't want to bet fold. That's super weak. I don't want to bet fold. So instead of bet calling a shove, I feel like it's better to just shove and get it in. You know, to where he's gonna fold a lot of percentage time, because now if he doubles us up with 309,000, you know, we're the chip leader then, and he's no longer the chip leader. We have 320K at the start of this hand, and he has 830. So if we win this hand, we're gonna jump all the way up to 640, and he's gonna go, you know, down to about 500,000. So you know, he's not gonna call us off here. You know, super light, but he still can make a move on us because he's got us covered. So that's my reasoning to where I like to shove here, where, you know, we're just going to get folds out of him a lot more than we're going to get calls, and then it takes his action away from him. It doesn't give him the chance to try to put us in a tough spot because we're putting on him. But unfortunately, you're going to see what happens here when I shove. He's going to snap me off with whoopsie. So here I'm contemplating a second to make it. Nope, let's just shove it. Get it in. Oops, he calls. Oops, queens. Oops, he flops a set. Oh, we turn the straight. And Devo goes nuts. So it's funny because when we flop and that queen hits the flop, it actually gave us more outs because, you know, before this... Oop, what am I doing here? So before the 10 comes, we're drawing to 3 kings pre-flop. We can only hit a king pre-flop. But then once a queen comes... there's 4 10s instead of three queens or 3 kings. So it actually works out great for us in that situation. And we got there. That was nice. Thank you, sir. And now we're exactly where we want to be. We're the chip leader. We're going to take command of this table. And I don't know if we say we do that. We kind of do get hit with some good cards here at the end, which is always nice as well. This guy then takes out him. Don't really remember what happened. Not really a big deal. So now we're playing 3-handed, and you know the time to get cards 3-handed is great. When you get hit with the deck when you're playing 3-handed, it's awesome. That's essentially what's gonna happen here. We're gonna get a couple good hands. Ace 10. Our raise gets through. Very next hand we get another hand where we raise. So that was my small blind versus his big blind. We just open raised and he folded. This is gonna be another one that gets through. King 5 suited. I'm gonna open up here. Almost 3x. Fold, and we're gonna get it through. And then, you know, people, once you start taking down a lot of hands pre-flop and they're folding to you, people want to start getting ballsy. They want to start fighting back and wanting to get it in. Oh, never mind. He calls here. Look at that. But our c-bet takes it through. So, yeah, this is a perfect flop for us here because 9-9 deuce flop. He doesn't have a 9 here. I mean, if he does, God bless him. But he doesn't have a 9 here very often at all. If he has a 2, do you ever want to call there even if you have a 2? Like, what, you know, any turn card scares you. So that was a perfect flop to c-bet. And we got pocket 10s here, and we are more than happy to get it in. I think this guy, does he call and then I shove? No, he folds and then I shove. Let's get it in, man. Oh, my phone. All right. And we get it through. 1 second. All right, I just responded really quick without answering. All right, so I'm more than happy to get my 10s through there, and that's great. fold our Jack 3. I'm pretty sure it's this hand again now where I get dealt the next hand. God, I'm talking so much up here on the left. I had a lot to talk about yesterday. 60 pocket tens again, raise, and I think everyone folds. I'm pretty sure. We are now table commander, and it's easy to be table commander when you're getting dealt hands like this. Oh, yeah, he raises, and we go, let's get it in. And he says, ah, fuck, got my hand in the cookie jar. And we're just laughing because we're like, I am table commander. I mean, like I said, it's easy to be table commander when you're getting dealt pocket tens every other hand. Pocket eights, ace 10. It's really easy to be table commander in that situation. We're going to fold here. Ace 6? I don't remember this one. Did we shove this? Yeah, we do. We shove it. We shove our ace on him. Now we are commander. You want to go out in third instead of second? No, you don't. Oop. Sorry, texting back my brother-in-law. Alright, is this our hand? Is this the one that I'm thinking of? Nope, this isn't it. Let's skip again. A couple more minutes, guys. We're almost done, I promise. Here we go. Pocket kings in the small blind. It's easy to win these tournaments when this is what you get dealt. When you win your king jack versus pocket queens, and then you end up getting dealt kings when the button just shoves into you pocket sevens, and it makes it easy on us, and we just fucking flop the nuts, and he's drawing dead. That's great. Now we're heads up against Jagaloon McGee over here, and we get it all in with with one of my best friends' favorite hands in poker. And this was a misclick here actually, and this is what happens when you're reacting too quickly. I'm raising King Deuce here 100% of the time when I'm on the button. For whatever reason, he acted so quickly. He min-raised so quickly to me, I wasn't even paying attention, that he min-raised, and I didn't even realize he min-raised. So I clicked it back and made it 75K. And he ends up re-raising us again. I think he just shoves, and we fold because we're like, oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Whoopsie. And this is what kind of be dangerous in those situations. But I'm not calling it. No big deal. Take an extra 50K off me. At this point, we're such a big chip stack. 3-1 chip leader here that, we, not quite 3-1, but good enough. Healthy chip leader. I'm pretty sure there's just one more hand that we have to watch. We take down a couple pots here. He's in a fold. I'm opening up my button there almost 100% of the time, especially with this chip lead. I'm gonna put as much pressure on him as I can. If he shoves here, obviously you fold the hands like this. But if you're the first one to act, I would open this. Oh, nice. Thank you, sir, for folding us. I fold that. Just give it up. Here we go. This is the last hand. We get dealt king, queen. He raises. I'm shoving it. Let's get it in the middle, man. My king high here makes me happy. Ace 7. All right, king or queen. Boom, king ball right in the window. And we are flexing. We are jacked. We just won $6,020, and that's what we give the rundown. So obviously we want some, typical spots to get it in there. We got it in with king 8 versus ace 10 and won that. We got it in with ace 10 versus king 7 and won that. The biggest negative I got in was king jack versus the pocket queens, where he flops a set of queens. So I mean, we did get it in with a lot of normal spots, and you just got to run good in these tournaments to win. You have to run good. And look at that, I got hit with the deck, three-handed and less, and then ended up with just having to hit a king or queen to win, and it worked out great. So anyway, I know this probably isn't as cool as watching me talk in the upper left like I was supposed to yesterday with I didn't have my microphone on. I'll be sure to check that next time, which who knows, another time we'll get another deep final table run like this. But hopefully this worked out for you guys, and whoever wanted to watch this were able to and enjoyed it. Here I am just talking about how awesome I am at poker, and I'm the best poker player ever, and no one is as good as me. Most, arrogant stuff that you feel like after you win a tournament. 24 hours later, you realized, oh, that's not the case, really. All right, and I close it out because I had to go to bed. And guys, I appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Good game to us.